And we may be late, but we are live. Hello to all the tech co-founders out there. My name, of course, is Keith from Startup Sales Mastery. This is the Startup Sales Mastery podcast, and I'm going to cheat the timeline just here because this is how to get the most profitable customer week. That's sort of the week, but it started last week and it's finishing this week, and I'm just mashing it together because I had two little kids who weren't well and we're in the middle of Corona week, and I'm sure you know what all that means. So I put everything I had to put on standby and focused on doing what I do, which is selling. Anyway, back to the video podcast. Of course, the whole point of this is so that us salespeople like myself can share everything that we know with you tech CEOs and entrepreneurs and anyone else who wants to listen, exactly what it is we do and how we do it and all the good old tips. Now, my lighting as well, just to quickly mention, I moved office because I wasn't here last week. Somebody else took my office and I've been given this, which is actually really nice. You can't see it, but it's big. I've got a couch and window, and I'm going to be moving over to a window. Anyway, apparently we have some fluorescence, which is messing with my lighting. Now that we're done with excuses, let's get on with it. So the question is, how do we get our customers to listen? How do we get our customers to take action and not listen? My goodness, I really should read these things better. So all this week we were talking, well, this week, if I'm cheating it, if you look at the last couple of podcasts, we went through, the why behind the customer persona, what's really going on, how are we choosing it, how are we identifying the most valuable customer. I'm not going to go through this again. Go look at the previous two podcasts and you'll get the point. The quick answer is that if you are solving, the right problem for the right person who really needs and it's costing them a lot of money, they will give you money for it. It's as simple as that. The quick answer to this podcast is just going to be sell today and educate tomorrow. Now, there's check tomorrow's listing. I'm going to be going into this again tomorrow as well as today. But I really want to get this concept across because people may hear it and it may not make sense to them. They're like, yeah, obvious. And then why, when you get on a demo call with a customer, you feel the need to just show them everything your product can do? This is how you, effectively lose sales and kill sales. I'm pausing here on purpose because there's a lot of CEOs that are watching this, and I'm guessing that you're ready to press the button and go off to another podcast because you're like, this guy's a moron. Okay, if you're thinking that, don't leave. Hear me out for the next 3, 4, or 5 minutes, okay? Because this is where you guys are completely getting screwed. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I won't put more colorful language. It's that's the mistake. So when we're talking about sales, typically we talk about selling benefits over features. Okay. Again, this isn't a sales lesson. This is the why behind everything so that you actually know what you're going into as you're doing it. So when we want to get our customers to take action, what action is it that they want to take? That's the first question you want to ask yourself. Again, this may sound a bit rudimentary, simplistic, but it's really the right answer. So what action do they want? Well, they just want to solve their problem, or they just want to make more money. Okay. Well, if they just want to make more money, don't give them a piece of software that can help them make more money. Okay. Give them something that will, solve their problems, making them more money. You have to fill in that last little bit. And you'll notice in that example I gave that it's got to be specific. So I don't really care what my product can do. This doesn't matter to them. If you look at the description on this, people do not care less about what your tech is. They don't care. They only care about their own problems. They only care about their own issues. So you need to know what these issues are. Now we're getting into the real sales psychology side of things. When you are speaking to a prospect of any description, if you blab on about your features, ultimately it ain't going to work. They're just going to listen. You're giving free education in a lot of situations. If you're in the consultancy business like I am, like most of what I do is free information. Technically, I shouldn't be doing this. If you look at all my podcasts, you're talking about, I don't know, we're up to about 50 hours. By the time I'm done, there'll be hundreds and hundreds of hours that'll tell you everything you need to do. Yet you can go to startupsalesmastery.com and spend what is it, 47? I think I put it something stupid, $47. And why would you pay for it? Well, you're not actually paying for the information, you're paying for the delivery. That $47 is me just condensing, boom, do this, and then go sell your product. Ooh, how do I do it? Trust me, do this, step 1, 2, 3. It's a roadmap from start to finish. That is what I do. I skip a lot of the why. The why is what goes into these podcasts. The why is the explanation. So when you want your prospects to take action, all you need to do, okay? Again, this is going to sound really simplistic. All you need to do is tell them that you can solve their problem. How? Let me show you. I'm going to load you up for your week's trial. Okay, we're just going to do this, this, and this. You'll see your problem solved. Now, can we, are you the person in charge, or do I need to speak to, like, just boom. This is really the question of how you get your customers to take action instead of how you get them to listen. Okay, I'm going to go through this slowly so that everybody understands what just happened in that example, because it may not be obvious. All I did in that situation is I gave you a leading question. Okay, when you're speaking to your customers, even in a demo situation, highly skilled, I'm going to give away a little bit here, highly skilled account executives, it's part of the training in just about every kind of ecosystem. They're going to ask people simple questions like, what do you need to hear here today to move to the next level? Or what can I show you to go to the next level? They're going to ask something. They're not going to just walk into this blind. This isn't any training. It doesn't actually matter which sales training you go to. It's all going to be something of that nature. Now, in our world, we call this the qualification loop, which should be done at SDR level, but let's just pretend it hasn't been done. We're going to the demo stage. So we just stop for a minute and hello to everybody on the team. Let's just find out why we're here, what we want to hear, blah, 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 blah. When you're speaking to any kind of prospect, even when I'm doing cold calls, it's the first thing I need to find out. What the hell do these guys want to hear? Now, if you've looked at my previous 2 podcasts in this series, you'll see that when we're identifying the most valuable customer persona, we really should know this, but we have to verify it because it may be, something different, or it may be phrased another way. Whatever phrasing they use, we're going to use. Ultimately, what we need to find out here is, what do these guys need solved? I know that sounds really, really stupid. Me as a salesperson telling you top CEOs, we're all in the tech industry. A lot of guys I speak with, they have, I don't know, 10, 20,000, 50,000 is usually my average, going through their books every month. And I'm coming up with this stuff. And they're like, come on, really? We're starting here. Are you for real? And it's like, yes, I'm for real. Ask your people what they want, because I go into demos when I'm doing high tech products. I have to rely on the tech team or the CEO in most cases to actually demo the product. And these guys are showing them all the features under the sun. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Just show them the features that they're interested in being solved. And that's it. And that is the answer. That's what I'm trying to get across here in this podcast. This isn't just a rant. This is me really, really telling you guys that the key here to getting people to take action is simply answering the question that they're asking. And if you can't solve their problem, it's okay to say, I'm sorry, we cannot solve that problem. Is that going to be a problem for you? Should we end the conversation now? The reason why you do that is because that puts them back in control, and then they feel comfortable enough to come to you. Anyway, that's sales psychology. Point in play. Once we know what they need solved, we are only going to target that and absolutely nothing else. Remember, sell today, educate tomorrow. I can tell them all the 20, 30 other features in my arsenal that is going to, evaluate my product at $10,000 a month. And this one solution may only be worth $2,000 a month. That's okay, because I can sell the 2,000 product today and worry about the 10,000 product tomorrow. For want of a better word, these things can be done. I know lots of SaaS softwares have free trials, and lots of other things have money back guarantees and blah, blah, blah. You can use these tactics in with what you're doing. So let's try and bring it home here, because there's no point in going on too long. You want to get your customers to take action instead of just listen. Customers are people. just like you and me, when they want to know something, and I'm talking about inbound here, not outbound, so customers coming to you, they want to find out information. That's what they want. That's what we all want whenever we want to know something. We want to know everything about that thing. It's just human nature. So you can give away free consultation that you'll never get paid for if you want, or you can actually, and your customers, they'll listen to every word, they'll take notes, they'll soak it up, and then they'll go off and do it themselves in most situations. Or you'll just ram it on too much. There's too much information for them to actually make a decision, and we all know what they say about a confused mind. It always says no. If you want to get your customers to take action, there's a lot of different sales psychologies. I'm going to just give you the quick answer that is sort of universally known, that you want to solve the specific problem that the guy in front of you has and nothing else. And that is it. And when you're going to solve that question, like every salesperson and every marketing person in the whole industry always finishes with a call to action. What is the call to action? Where do you actually want them to go? What do you want them to do? So yes, Mr. Prospect, we can solve that problem. You're currently paying $2,000. We can definitely bring that cost down to $1,000, putting $1,000 back in your pocket. And of course, it's only going to cost $500. I assume this is something that we can move forwards with today. Yes, I can have 50 more features, but I've just phrased this in such a way that the value that I'm offering is better than the is more than the cost. Or if I got that backwards, you get the idea. I did this in a previous one when I'm talking about calculating values when you're selling your product, and that's really all it is about. Am I providing a solution that is more valuable than the pain associated to that solution? There's really nothing much more to it. I find in these situations, don't be a sleazy sales guy. You don't even have to be a good sales guy. You'll see half the time I kick back. I don't even put on the big. All you actually have to do is have a conversation with these guys and just let them know, look, I'm a genuine guy. I can help you. This is how I can help you. This is your problem. This is how much your problem is costing you. My solution is going to solve that problem, and it's going to cost you even less, putting more. Obviously, if that's the requirement, maybe the value offering isn't money, maybe the value offering is time. As long as you can put it in those words, solving that one problem, who cares less what your features are? Close them there and then. That is how you get someone to take action instead of just listen. My name is Keith. This is the Startup Sales Video Startup Sales Mastery podcast, video podcast. I'm getting this backwards. I took a few days off. I have got to stop doing this. I'm going to be here every single day on time, I promise. Going forwards, I forget what I'm doing tomorrow, but I will be here. If you have any questions, by all means, put them in the comments. I get back to everybody on a regular basis. And if you want to know, how to choose the right customer, I have put a free video, startupsalesmastery.com, links above or below or wherever. I'm just giving the first one for free. Take it. It's 30 minutes. And by the end of 30 minutes, you will know exactly how to get your customer. And as always, if you need a sales or lead gen team, get in touch. But I will warn you, I am totally overbooked right now. So I may have to recommend somebody else to you. Good luck. Take care and go make some money. Bye-bye.